You've just brought your brand new Qi35 driver. You've got it in two parts. You're looking at this and you're wondering, how do I get the most out of this for my driver? Let's get into it. Let's explain what the loft sleeve does for your efficiency when it comes to driving the golf ball. Loft sleeve is the most important part of this club because it impacts the loft on the blade. Loft is what strikes the golf ball. If, for example, we move into the higher setting, and you'll see that on the back of the loft sleeve as you rotate it, then we can put the driver down and you'll notice now as you look at it, there's a lot more loft on the blade. But there's also something else going on here. This is the toe, this is the heel. Now we have moved the toe of the golf club more in. So the club is actually sitting what will be slightly more shut. Now, why is this useful to us? Because if you're a golfer who happens to lose the golf ball out to the right for the right-handed player, by going towards higher, now you bring a golf shot that is going to peak higher, but also turn over, move right to left, a little easier for you. So you can see a higher ball flight moving slightly right to left before it hits the breeze and then straightens out at the end. The other thing to notice about going higher is the peak height that we can put down on that tracer. So yes, there's some movement, but the peak height was also significantly higher than what you're about to see here if I move my loft sleeve all the way into the lower setting. This is the complete opposite to what we were just seeing there. Now there's going to be less loft on the blade. The toe of the golf club is going to curve away from us as a player. So if you're someone who happens to lose the ball to the left, which we can see with a lot of players who maybe have a higher ball speed, left is an issue. Now the blade looks much more appealing to the player. It curves away and we should see a golf ball. The apex is lower than that one we've just hit, but also moves slightly left to right. So you can see the flight of that is much lower. Just getting above the tree line and then skipping forward because the spin is reduced due to the loft sleeve going into lower. All stuff you don't have to worry about, but you can see how much it impacts apex when we're looking at that. Now, there is a section that's blank on the loft sleeve. Standard, self-explanatory. Standard loft, standard lie. If you want to get into the blank section listed with upright lie, which is covered when I put the golf club together, this impacts something called face plane tilt. Face plane tilt is going to be your start line. If you're a right-handed golfer who loses it out to the right and you don't want to go for a face angle that comes with higher, where you add spin and you close it in a little bit, now you've changed the face plane tilt. So by going more upright, we change the way the driver sits. So the toe of the golf club now sits closer to my nose. What does that mean? It means my start line will be more left. So if I'm someone who tends to lose the ball to the right, this position could be helpful to you. There's a lot to learn in there, definitely something not to be intimidated by. You have other markers if you don't want to go the full 2 degrees like I was changing there between standard and lower or standard and higher. If you want to just do slight movements, you can. Obviously, we always advise get a fitting, learn about your loft sleeve, ask the right questions. It's going to help you get more efficient with your Qi35 driver. If you want to learn more on TaylorMade fitting, go to TaylorMadeGolf.com where you can find out all about it.